This is Luke Johnson, author of some fine books by Wizards of the Coast, White Wolf, Goodman Games, and such, and this is Gamers Haven, baby.
These are... It's game time.
Quiet, please. I am analyzing.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Is the next step the transplantation of the human brain?
Ballsy. Stupid, but ballsy.
Stand by for action.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Okay. Remember, we're not dealing with an intelligence on our own level.
Bring in the logic probe.
Ooh.
End of line.
Well, welcome back to the Gamers Haven podcast. We are here, currently sans Nathan, but he will be here shortly. And today on the show, we're talking about lovely board games. We've teased about it now and again, and in our last episode, we talked quite a bit about them, so we wanted to touch on them a bit more and a bit, solidly. But we're coming to you from the stormy lands of Kansas. We're in the middle of a severe thunderstorm warning when we record this, and we're recording this on Wednesday, June 24th, 2009. Again, we're not time traveling again. Unless Jeremy has messed with the new refrigerator that looks the big blue refrigerator we have.
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe later.
I don't know where it came from. You guys I assumed you sort of built it, but
some doctor guy talking about it.
Okay. Well, he has his own role-playing game coming out in October, by the way.
Called Doctor.
It's called something about Doctor and
Whoster?
I don't know. He just says the name of the doctor. Anyway, we are going to talk about board games. Probably touch maybe a little bit on some card games, but board games and why we love them, what we love about them, I guess, and stuff like that. So we'll be back after this.
This podcast is supported by RPG Now, the leading source of indie role-playing games, with over 10,000 RPG titles from over 500 creators and publishers. There are new RPG treasures to discover every day at www.rpgnow.com.
Gamers Attic Attack! We have dice of every stripe, any color scheme and shape you can imagine. Exclusive dice, gold-plated dice, blank dice, label dice, cheat dice, D8 ability dice, crystal dice, time dice, dice within dice dice, and jumbo foam dice for when you feel the inescapable urge to pelt your fellow players or annoying commercial announcers. And that's just a few of them. We sell enough dice to form a high-intensity plastic bridge from the Earth to the Moon. What's more, any order over $30 gets $3 off when you use the coupon code RADIO. Who wants a set?
I do.
Who else?
Me.
Anyone else?
Why are you ignoring me?
I'm not ignoring you. I'm cutting you off.
What?
You order a new set every day.
So?
Is there a 12-step program for Diceaholics? Because you, sir, have a problem.
That's really strange of you to say.
Green frosted, red speckled, violet glitter, blue translucent. You couldn't say no to these beauties if you wanted to.
I'm not an addict. I could stop collecting marbles anytime I like.
Marbles? You haven't been buying marbles this whole time. You've been buying dice.
That explains why I keep losing the marbles tournament. Those 4- and 6-sided marbles aren't really all that great for rolling.
You're not only a dice junkie, you're dumb, son. Dumb.
So can I get a set?
What'll it hurt? Sure.
Woohoo! Marbles!
Remember, folks, use the coupon code RADIO to get $3 off any order over $30 at gamersaddict.com.
And we're back from our lovely sponsors. I believe, as of right now, our sponsors are still currently RPG Now and Gamers Addict. So, you got a live, regular talking about and stuff. Yeah. I can't talk today. But anyway.
Obviously not.
Yeah. Anyway, we're here to talk about board games, something that we all love. Of course, we're not talking about those mundane board games.
Well, it depends on the mundane board game. Because Clue is awesome.
Clue is awesome, especially if you pair it up with Kill Dr. Lucky.
Well, but even just a normal Clue game is awesome.
And Nathan's got Clue Master Detective,
which is even more awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Never played that.
And I used to have Clue the Great Museum Caper.
Yeah, they also had a Clue Kids or something like that.
Yeah, Clue Junior.
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting to note that Clue in Europe is Cluedo.
Cluedo.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. It's Clue. It's like Cluedo, and I don't know why it is that. Why it's used that way.
Yeah, those are wacky Europeans. Yeah. Anyway, let's sort of touch on real quick what kind of board games do we dig? What do we generally play? What do we got on our shelves?
Do you want me to go look?
Not really, no. I know you've got Arkham Horror, all except for 2 of the expansions.
Yeah, I had the Black Young of
the Black Go to the Woods.
Yeah, but I've lost it. I don't know where I put it.
And I have to fork out $20 for that again.
Oh darn! And then I don't have the Kingsport expansion.
Yes.
But let's see. I've got Bang and a Bullet. I've got, of course, the Settlers of Catan. Kill Dr. Lucky Deluxe.
I still haven't played Settlers of Catan.
See, that's sad.
It's.
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
That's also sad.
My brother got it for me for Christmas, and I was excited, and I played it once, and I was like,
It's a fun game.
You might get some people out to lynch you for saying that.
Yeah,
they
it
have
has
a
to be with the
Roman
right
expansion
people.
That I
if
would love.
If we get hate mail on that and not hate mail on my Palladium stuff, I'm going to be very annoyed. Seriously.
There's some crazy Settlers of Catan people.
That's true. Well, there's Settlers of Catan has a $400 or $500 set.
Yes, it's a $400 set. It's beautiful.
But I want the Roman expansion.
They used to have it.
They still have it.
Do they still have it?
They had 2 of them. They still have 1.
I haven't seen it the last time I was up
Yeah,
there.
it's up on top. It's up. It's on top of the bookshelf up high. I'm sure that's to keep people who might be interested in stealing it from stealing it, which is really sad to say that they have to do something like that. But there is.
Don't steal from your friendly local game store. We'll come and find you and beat you to death.
Yeah, they don't really have money to do that.
Yeah.
Steal
from your unfriendly local game store. Okay, don't really do that, but
There aren't many of those unfriendly local game stores left because they all closed and went out of business because people went, screw you, we're not going to shop through you anymore.
Yeah, but there'll always be a new one. Some jackass will attempt to open a
game store.
Yeah, and generally ruin it. But we talked about that in our game store stuff. Let's go back to the board games.
Yeah, if it's out of the ordinary, I'm all for trying it at least once.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have the... I have a problem with the ones that are only up to 2-player because very rarely is it just 2 players around here anymore.
Yeah.
When has it ever been 2 players around here?
Well, I think preeminent board game people that I can think of is obviously Fantasy Flight games. And they have Talisman now, and Talisman is just one of my personal favorites. I've got Talisman and Talisman the Dungeon and the Reaper expansion, so
Talisman's fun.
And it's upgraded to the new Fantasy Flight revised edition. They haven't announced any new expansions for it, but we've always had a lot of fun with Talisman. It used to be way, way hard to find, but luckily now it's back in print. But let's see. Board games are great, I think, for sort of like if you have of recent, if you have a game that falls through and some people can't make it or the GM can't make it, doesn't mean the players still can't get together and play some board games. Board games are a great thing to do sort of on the fly and with the 2, 3, 4 of your close friends that are just have nothing to do and hanging out. It's I love them. They're a lot of fun.
I don't have a lot of board games. I just don't have the
Yes, but you have friends
money.
with lots of board games.
Well, that's true. I have a couple. I have I don't know. Do you consider the Bullet game a board game?
The Bullet game?
What is it?
Bang?
Bang. Do you consider Bang a board game?
It's a
card game, but that's fine. We can talk about that. I mean, Bang is a good game. The only problem I have with Bang is if you have a lot of people, really if you only have a few people, the problem I have with it is if you get knocked out early, you can be sitting there not doing anything for quite a long time. Especially if you've got a lot of people. Because I remember we played we played that over at Chris's place, and I was one of the first people knocked out, and I was sitting there for about 2 hours with nothing to do.
Yeah, I was knocked out shortly after that.
And I'm just not a big fan of games that do that. I mean, Bang is an okay game. I just think it could be better.
Yeah.
Bang is put out by Mayfair Games, and it is still in print. I don't think the Bullet is in print anymore because you can just get the base game now.
That's okay. The base game's good enough for most people.
See, we used to play, let's see, board games. Monopoly. But family Monopoly night's different than, like, just normal Monopoly night.
Well, let's start there. Let's start with the early board games.
Yeah, Monopoly, Clue.
Guess Who?
Because Monopoly it sometimes gets a bad rap, but it can be a lot of fun. Yes, the Game of Life can also be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Operation.
I've played very weird games of the Game of Life. So.
Well, let's progress.
Good old Hero Quest.
Well, that's the next step, I think, in board games. I mean, when you're first playing the board games, you have, Sorry and Monopoly and stuff like that.
We got a hold of that really quick.
But
so.
Those are great games to get people into just at least gaming. And I think a family game night is a great thing. And even if you're just doing it with friends, I think it's awesome. I love coming over here and playing board games all the time. I remember back when you guys lived in Lawrence, we'd head out and play board games for till 2-3 in the morning and come back.
Yeah, I remember we played the Civilization board game. That was actually really cool until someone nuked me.
Yeah, we played that over at
your place.
Our place. I think we tried playing it at Ben's place once too. The Civilization board game was not the best.
Yeah.
I was not too horribly impressed with it.
Hey, you nuked me, man.
That's true. Nuking is fun, but when is nuking not fun?
That's true.
When you're on the receiving end of it.
I don't hear complaints after I nuke people.
It's true.
Even the cockroaches can't complain.
Well, cockroaches can't speak. They could mutate, I suppose, into like atomic cockroaches.
With
then they could
nukes.
Eat city. With nukes, yes.
About games.
Board games.
Come over here and sit down.
Make a comment.
I just have one comment.
Nathan's lovely wife Becca has a comment to make. Here.
If you can find it, a good game is called Scrutinize. You can't find it in stores anymore, I don't think. But my sister and I really like that game. And it's one where you have to find the picture. You get a big screen and you have to find things that start with certain letters or things that are associated with a certain theme. And you have to get more than the other person that they didn't find. It's fun. It's really fun, but you can't find it anymore. So you should look for it.
I think I remember seeing it, but I don't think I ever played it.
There are other games now that are similar. My sister has one. I can't remember the name of it. But this one was Scrutinized, I think, was better because it was a little bit more complicated. There was so much going on in those pictures.
It was hard to find the items.
Right, but when you did...
So did it come with like already made pictures that you looked at and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you could buy expansion packs for it too.
I was going to say, how many pictures did it come with? Was it a lot?
Well, they were double-sided.
Okay.
And there were probably about 10 sheets in there. Okay. And for each game, you rolled a dice and you had to cover up a certain side. Either the left side, the right side, the top, or the bottom.
Well, how was the replayability? Like if you played it 10 times with all...
If you did certain... if you did different sheets every time, I think it's okay, because we never played it that much. We'd play it at my grandparents' house, so we'd play it for maybe a week, and then we wouldn't go back up there for another 6 months, so... It was okay there's some pictures that you would pick out right away every single time, but it seems like the more you play it, the more you can pick out, because there are so many things on those papers, or sheets for you to find, so... I think it's pretty good, but...
Well, and that moves us up, I think, from the games like Monopoly and Sorry and stuff like that, moves you up to the more party type of games like Scattergories, Scrabble to an extent, Pictionary, and your game, what was its name again? Scrutinize.
E-Y-E.
Scrutinize, E-Y-E, okay.
Yeah.
Games like that, where I think Trivial Pursuit's another one. You know, it sort of goes up the age bracket a bit, where you can get the more adult type of games, get more serious. And I think, you know, obviously if you have 15-year-olds on up, they're probably going to scoff a bit at playing Monopoly or Sorry or, you know, Hungry Hippos or whatever. But if you have...
They never played Monopoly with my family, though.
What did your family play?
We were just cutthroat with Monopoly.
Oh.
It's all about the people
it was
playing
like,
with you.
What's the really diplomacy? It was horrible with
it's
you?
Kind of like diplomacy.
Or Stratego. Does anybody remember that
game?
I
love Stratego. We used to play it all the time.
Did I show you my collector's edition I have with the wooden board and everything? Oh yeah,
that is awesome.
No.
Yeah, I got it from her wedding actually.
No. It is an awesome game. We had the electric one.
Oh,
so it talked.
Oh, electronic talking battleship.
That was also
I
awesome.
remember that game.
But Stratego was great because you could have landmines and spies, and it would talk. It was great.
I always think like Diplomacy and Stratego and stuff, those are all sort of like Risk type of games, right?
Well, yes and no.
Stratego
is
a little.
It's a little bit, but it's a lot simpler to learn. Risk does not. It's not really that fun until you
get one of the theme games.
You get
like
one of the theme ones. Now, Axis and Allies.
Oh yeah, that's
totally different. Yeah. If somebody started an Axis and Allies night,
well, I think if
I could be awake, I would be there.
Moving up the ladder, you know, I think sort of stepping between RPGs and board games, you had Hero Quest.
And
I love Hero Quest.
But I love Axis and Allies better. Hero Quest is awesome.
Well, it's just completely different kinds of games.
It is. They are.
I mean, Axis and Allies is a war game. Granted, I think Axis and Allies is a great stepping stone if you really want to go into the hardcore war games like Flames of War or, you know, anything like that. Axis and Allies is great just because it's, you know, you're limited to that board and you can buy the expansions for it and go completely crazy, mind you.
Which you've done on many occasions.
I remember there was another game that we used to have, but we sadly got rid of it before I ever got to play it. It was like Risk, but called not Risk, like Axis and Allies, called Conquest of the Empire, which was like Axis and Allies, but it was a Roman. You were Rome, and I thought it looked really cool because it had instead of the money and IPUs or what is it IPCs from Axis and Allies, you had gold coins.
Cool.
And I thought those were cool. Unfortunately, that game was way out of print. Gosh. I really enjoyed Axis and Allies, Hero Quest, Battle Masters on the Hero Quest end was a lot of fun, and it's really Warhammer light.
That's even not really a board game per se. It's a big floor game.
A big floor game, yeah, because the mat was 4 feet by 6 feet.
So it was a Warhammer battle table.
Yeah,
basically. We always played it on the floor, though.
Well, you had to. I mean, back in those days, you really didn't have tables that big.
Right.
In the snow both ways uphill.
Yeah, you know us, ancient and decrepit.
But I think we're living in a day and age now. I mean, back in the day, really Avalon Hill was the only purveyor of really adult type of board games. And I think nowadays you have a lot more options. You still have Avalon Hill to an extent, even though all they do is Robo Rally, Risk, and Axis and Allies now. But you also have Days of Wonder and Fantasy Flight Games and companies like that put out.
Paizo Publishing puts out good boards.
Well, it's they distribute for Titanic Games.
Is that who they distribute for?
Yeah, Titanic Games are the ones who did Key Largo and the snazzy special edition of Kill Dr. Lucky, which I think two of us at least have on our shelves is Kill Dr. Lucky. Now you have it. You have the cheap.
I have the cheap ass one.
You have the cheap
and
ass
it
games
has 3 boards officially. Well, it has one main board and then one with 2 floors.
Right.
And I like it.
Oh yeah. Well, and Nathan's got and his little dog too.
Yeah, I have the deluxe version and his little dog 2 expansion.
I just got the deluxe version. I don't have his little dog 2.
Because that stupid dog is a pain in the ass. It is.
Oh no.
You want to kill the bloody thing every time. It's like, there's the dog, kill it. You didn't have to kill the dog. I know, I just wanted to. Because the dog half the time can't keep up with Lucky anyways.
See, that'd be a great game to play with Chris because he would never he would never go after the dog because he's Chris.
Yep. Well, he has my copy right now. He borrowed it.
He keeps forgetting to give it back, I'm sure. Gosh. What else do we have on our shelves? What else have we played recently? I mean, I've been loving Talisman, Last Night on Earth. How many times have you wanted to throw down and kill zombies, but you don't have the time for a All Flesh Must Be Eaten or GURPS game or something like that? All Flesh Must Be Eaten looks entertaining, but Last Night on Earth, that's a darn fun game. Let me
Except
tell you.
when Ethan's playing the zombies.
Oh, I'm not that ruthless.
Yes, he is. Don't listen to him.
Tasty human flesh.
Well, yeah, but we've won all of them, so
yeah, that's a game.
Close, but
that's a great game, I think, because if you have people playing the heroes, people playing the zombies, both sides are having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
everybody
has a
tons
good
of
time.
fun. I've lost pretty much every time I've played the zombies, and I've had a blast.
Another one is that one where you're not sure who the bad guy is.
Oh, the Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Yeah.
Good luck in finding that one for cheap now. If you see
going
it
for $200 on eBay.
Yeah, if you see it for less than $100, buy it. It's an awesome game, completely out of print from Avalon Hill. And
which sucks,
luckily we found out about it right before it went out of print, so we all
went out
most
and
of us
bought
got copies, except for Jeremy, who's a loser, and we hate him.
Yeah,
he had more important things on his mind.
Yes, but I mean, I love the evolution of the board games that we play now. Where especially that one, because you don't know who the bad guy is, you don't know what's going to happen. And even Arkham Horror is great because I like those co-op games where you're playing against the game. You're not playing against everyone else or someone else.
Yeah.
I love that stuff. That's great.
So back to Axis and Allies.
Yes. You've played with the optional rules with
I've
nuclear
played
weapons.
with all of the optional rules I think we could find. It's such an awesome game. And all the expansions. This is lovely.
Yes,
game.
there's Axis and Allies Europe. There's
Pacific,
the Pacific
Front.
The Pacific. There's
and then there's all the side rules and
Yeah.
all the crazy rules and.
Yeah, on a side note, I'd say if anyone wants to learn more about board games, go to BoardGameGeek.com. Totally a great site for finding those old board games. I found an old, back when I was a kid, we had a Batman game, and I found it on there. Gosh, it's a terrible game. It was so bad. I also had this really awful X-Men game that was so terrible. I mean, wow. Some of the games you have when you're a kid are bad.
Does everybody remember the what was it called? Scotland Yard? Was that what it was?
Yes.
The one where you were chasing down
Mr. X.
Mr. X.
Yes.
That was an awesome board game.
That game is still in print.
Is it really?
There's a company that still puts it out. Yep. Phil has it. I've seen it at Phil's place.
I used to have that game when I was a kid too. That was awesome.
Along the same lines as Fury of Dracula.
Yeah, Fury of Dracula.
And
now,
it's the same basic
that game is
except
fun.
You got vampires and wiggly powers.
But can be so frustrating.
Uh-huh.
So if you're not ready to be frustrated, don't play.
Oh, yeah. I'd say if you're just getting into board games, don't immediately dive into Fantasy Flight stuff.
And we've forgotten things like Advanced Hero Quest. There was
I never played
one.
that. I didn't even know an Advanced Hero Quest existed until I saw it at Gen
Beyond
10.
Advanced Hero Quest, there was a Warhammer
Quest. I actually have it downstairs on the shelf, complete in box. It's not mine, it's Ted's, and at some point in time I need to put it up on eBay for him. But yeah, it's complete in box, has all the figures, and actually most of the figures are painted too, because Ted and his friend Bill Rieger went around and
really
painted
think there was Hero Quest, and Hero Quest had 6 expansions plus a hero a Hero Quest adventure design kit.
Yeah.
Then there was a Hero Quest Advanced, which I never saw ever until Gen Con one year. And then I guess after that, really, your next step up is really Warhammer Quest.
Or just play Warhammer.
Warhammer Quest is really crazy. It's like playing Warhammer.
It's like playing the Doom board game.
No, God, nothing as stupid as that.
Not as hard as that.
Oh, that game was impossible.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Do I own that?
Yes, it's sitting in my back room right now. You gave it to me and said, "Here, hold on to this."
That's right.
I tried playing it once and went, "This game sucks."
Yeah. You really have to. The GM or whoever's running it really just has to cheat for you.
Yes, or else it's
there's no way you can win.
Too nasty.
Oh, the respawn stuff is just ridiculous.
Things coming out of walls everywhere.
So that's over here?
Yeah, it's in the back room. You handed it off to me when you were moving. So he said, store this for me. He says,
okay.
He said, I'll get it from you one of these days. He says, try it out. You'll probably find it funny. Yeah, we lost horribly.
You can get pretty darn complicated on some of these games. Yeah. Especially with the Fantasy Flight stuff. Arkham Horror. Never start playing that game at 11 o'clock at night unless you want to be up till 4 in the morning.
So that was when we finished. It took 5 hours.
Yeah, Axis and Allies.
And we were cutting corners.
Left and right.
It's a good game, but wow.
It's a long game.
It's a long game.
I do have to say I haven't played as many board games. Like, I walk into...
That Marvel Superheroes game was pretty fun.
Tabletop, and I'm like...
I found advanced rules for it that sort of fix a few of the issues with it.
Yeah.
Kind of nice, so...
Well, I walk into Tabletop and I see all the board games they have, and I'm like, I just have not played enough.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to play Primordial Soup, but I just can't justify spending $50 on that game from Zeman Games.
Descent looks really... It's supposed to be excellent, but it's $90 game now, and I
Settlers of Catan,
I just can't justify
did you already
that.
Talk about that?
Settlers of Catan.
They have a Roman expansion.
What is it?
The Battlestar Galactica game is supposed to be really good.
Murder at the Abbey? That's supposed to be good.
Excuse me.
I'm not sure if that's the name of
There's
it.
lots of those Cthulhu fans out there. I mean, there's lots of Cthulhu tie-in board games.
Like the
Cults Across America, which I have.
Escape from Innsmouth.
Escape from Innsmouth, Arkham Horror, obviously. And there's tons.
Are you a Cthulhu cultist?
Are you Cthulhu cultist? I mean, there's tons of card games, Munchkin Cthulhu, all that.
Yeah, Munchkin Cthulhu. The first part and the expansion pack, Call of Cthulhu, are really good, but the third pack, the Vault of Unspeakable Doom, is kind of just crap.
Oh well, they can only beat a dead horse with Munchkin so long.
Well,
really.
no, it's not the cards themselves.
Speaking of Munchkin, Munchkin has a board game out called Munchkin Quest.
Yeah, I saw
Just
it.
sort of Munchkin's version of Hero Quest.
Yeah, we just never got around to playing it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a copy of Hero Quest. I'm gleefully say I found it at Gen Con for $15 complete. Box was kind of damaged. Ha ha. I don't care. I'm going to play the damn thing. Plus, I found a website for Hero Quest called Ye Olde Inn, YEOLDEINN dot, I think it's .org.
Ye Olde Inn?
That has posted with permission PDF scans of Hero Quest and all of its expansions. So, with permission from Hasborg, I'm pretty impressed with that.
That doesn't sound like them at all.
No, but it says on there they posted with permission. Hosted with permission, so. But anyway. Advanced Hero Quest, gosh. Really, I think Hero Quest is what sort of started. I can't remember if I got into Hero Quest before or after I started role-playing. I think it was before, but I can't remember.
Yeah, I like it when Paizo sends us board games. They're fun.
Yes. But yeah, Jeremy or Nathan was just mentioning Run for Your Life Candyman is a great game for those twisted people that love Candyland and whatnot.
Really, though, if you play it, you should bake some giant
gingerbread
men. So then you can actually torture them by tearing off limbs and such.
Yes, that's true. That is a game that can go on for a long time, though.
Yeah, there reaches a point where you should just really give up.
Yes.
It's a fun game at the beginning, and really you should be drinking.
And we still have a copy of Cutthroat Caverns we haven't tried yet. So.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are a lot of board games out there, and really the best thing I can say is go if your local game store does a board game night, and if they don't, go tell them to. Go there and try out some games. I mean, that's how I got to try out a game called Small World from Days of Wonder. That was a lot of fun. I don't think it's quite for us, but it was a good game. I've gotten a chance at Gen Con last year. I tried Pillars of the Earth, which was a long game.
How long was it, Ethan?
Long. Not a bad game, but definitely not the type of game we're into. We're much more into the, shoot 'em up action games, I guess is what you'd call them.
What was that one? Cash and Guns?
Oh yeah, Cash and Guns. That's that's not really a board game. It's a party game, but it is. I do have that. You have the foam guns and sort of Reservoir Dogs style pointed at each other to bluff each other as to who's going to shoot who. And that's put out by Asmodee. And we also have that what is it, War of the Gods or something like that game.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have quite a few board games. I mean, I think I just recently managed to get 2 of my board games that I haven't that I bought and haven't played in 2 years out and played. The Marvel Superheroes game that's formerly from Fantasy Flight is now out of print, and Monsters Ravage America, which is Monsters Menace America, which is also out of print. Monsters Ravage America was tons of fun. The Marvel game was good, but you have to sort of get the hang of it. Plus, there's additional rules I found that are kind of cool. So. But I guess what I look for in board games is, I like them to be able to challenge you, or at least let you be busy quickly. I don't like long periods of time where you're sitting around not doing anything.
Yeah. Well, that's true of anything, though.
But, yeah, well. Anyway, anything else we want to talk about board games? This has been one long rant session on what board games we like, I guess, but I'm fine with that, so.
I can't think of anything right at the moment.
I just know there's a lot at tabletop that I want to play.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, one that I'd like to actually play in the board game format. I have it on Xbox Live, but I've not actually played it. And the tabletop version is the Carcassonne, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard good things about that too.
We should probably mention Carcassonne. I've never played it. I hear it's awesome.
Ticket to Ride's supposed to be awesome too.
Ticket to Ride is supposed to be very good too, but it's also on Xbox Live, isn't it?
Yeah, I just haven't played it.
I think so, yeah. I know Talisman was supposed to come out for Xbox Live, but Capcom canceled it.
It got picked up by another company. It's still in production.
Sigh. Talisman is awesome. If you have never played Talisman, like Jeff Greiner over at the Tome Show, or the wannabe.
He never played Talisman.
The wannabe who sort of listens to our show and aspires to be as good as us.
He never played Talisman.
Has never played Talisman.
He can't ever stay at my house.
Yeah, I mean, there you go.
Ever. Until he
plays Talisman. Jeff. You've never played Talisman? Really, dude, just... and you're wasting your time playing D&D, really. Come on. Only losers play D&D, right?
Just Talisman all the time.
We play D&D, we're losers.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yeah, Talisman's a great game. Talisman's one of those games that can go on for bloody ever if you got a lot of people too.
There reaches a point where you should stop on that one, too.
But I think it's a game that gets better and better with expansions. That's just me.
That's not always saying much, though. If you have to get expansions, there's a problem.
Well, that's the other thing is, some games out there have a bajillion expansions. Arkham Horror. Or Zombies. God, Zombies is up to, 11 expansions?
Mall of America. That was a board game with zombies.
Yes. Jolly Roger Games put out Mall of America, which was basically a Dawn of the Dead board game. And we played that with some minor modifications until Last Night on Earth came out, and then that became the zombie game to go to.
Yeah, Mall of America, was that the one that we played?
Yes. Kind of chintzy boards. They also put out Orcs at the Gates, which was the Knights of the Dinner Table board game. And I used to have that, but then I sold it online for like $250.
Jeez.
It's like, I didn't like it that much. Sold! Anyway, I think we've beat this horse to death numerous times. I mean, look, it's an undead horse now, lurching at us, foaming at the mouth.
Hack off its head so we can send it to our enemies.
If we hack off its head, its body will die, right? Because, it's the head, the brain controls the body.
We'll animate the head.
But that's what I'm saying. Will the head stay alive so if we don't damage the brain?
Sure.
Sweet. You can put that horse's head into a box.
Don't stand in the way of the spray.
Yeah, that would be kind of bad. Anyway, we'll be back after this. Gamers Haven and the Vorpal Network, in association with Pinnacle Entertainment Group, present A Thousand Monkeys production.
Deadlands. Enough room to die.
An actual play recording of Deadlands Reloaded. Available for download at www.canadiancrusaders.com.
This is the Vorpal Network.
And we're back, and today on the lovely three-parter, I'm going to introduce a new sort of thing, and I'm going to plug something, rather unashamedly. Nathan is going to give us sort of a review, rave, rant, I suppose, of Terminator Salvation, which we saw today. And Jeremy has finally received his Bolt Throwers, so he wants to talk about his new toys. So we'll be back. I think we'll start with my plug first. So,
the Shameless Plug.
In this new segment for the three-parter, I'm going to unashamedly plug something. I'm in fact going to plug a upcoming appearance by myself. Now I'm not sure when the episode will be released, but it's recording in July. John Drew of the Chronic Rift contacted, sent out a call to various people, and I was one of the ones to answer. They're doing what they're calling a match game episode of their show, The Chronic Rift. And we've talked about The Chronic Rift before. They were the folks kind enough to nominate us for a Roundtable Award, which, of course, we didn't win, but we know we won in spirit. The Chronic Rift is having from what I can gather from it, is a contest for listeners to try to match wits with with some of the hosts and co-hosts of the Chronic Rift, and I figured I'd step up to the plate and try to not make a fool out of myself with it. So tune in to the Chronic Rift at www.chronicrift.com for more information. Check out their match game, which should be coming out probably in the latter half of July. That's about all I've got to say about subject, and that's it.
The rant.
Well, I'm actually going to talk a little bit about a movie that I saw recently. We went and saw Terminator Salvation. And I can't really call this a rant or a rave because it's got a little bit of both in it. I really liked the old Terminator movies growing up. I hated the third one. I actually walked out of the theater on the third one and demanded my money back. And I refused to watch it until one of my friends made me sit down and watch it on DVD. It was a bad movie. It wasn't a horrible movie, but it was not a good movie. And so I went in with very low expectations when we went to go see Terminator Salvation because I was not impressed with the previous attempt. Overall, it's not a great movie. It's a good movie. It's a very good movie. It's not great, but it's got a good story going for it that is, whereas it's in the same vein as the previous ones, it goes out and it branches out in a different direction than the previous versions. There's all the other ones are all about time travel back to the current day to deal with it. No. This one doesn't take place in the current time. It takes place in the future. The world has ended, essentially. And whereas there's the presence of the time traveling stuff and the story arc, it's moving towards the time travel. It's not that the time travel is actually happening during the movie. It's to make sure that the time travel does happen. Major problem with the movie. And I mean major problem. Anybody who knows anything about physics and atomic fission would know that the proximity that those people are to the several nuclear blasts in the movie would not allow a single one of those people to survive. Period. In the first 10 minutes of the movie, you see 4 mushroom clouds with people running in to kill the Terminators and take over the base. That close to a nuclear explosion, yeah. No, it doesn't work that way. The EMP, electromagnetic pulse alone, would have disabled all of those airplanes and all of those helicopters. There wouldn't have been any getting up and moving from that. And near the end with the explosion there, and they're flying away right next to the thing and a helicopter. No, it doesn't work that way. That right there ruined a lot of the suspension of disbelief for me, because it was like, and we're just going to put in a mushroom cloud here because we think it looks frickin' awesome. That being said, on to the things I thought were really cool. The T-800, the big bad guy, was really freaking awesome.
Uh-huh.
The fact that Arnold's likeness, because it obviously wasn't Arnold.
Right.
The fact that Arnold's likeness shows up in the movie and kicks the living crap out of people is freaking awesome.
They do it very well.
They do it incredibly well. I mean, you'd be hard pressed not to realize it's not Arnold. I mean, it looks like they took Arnold from the 1980s version and popped him in the movie. I mean, to the T, looks like Arnold from the 1980s movie. Awesome. The story ended on an upward note, which I guess is pretty common for most of them as well. I didn't like some of the side actors. Well, I shouldn't say actors, I should say actresses. The character that plays John Connor's significant other.
Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yeah, I didn't care for her acting.
She's not really in it that much.
Yeah, but still, the moment she is enough of a distraction, because she has that blank look on her face like she has no IQ. And the other female actor who just hammed it up through the frickin' roof, the Williams, the
Moon Bloodgood.
Yeah,
that's her name.
Very attractive lady.
She's on Burn Notice now.
Yeah, very very attractive lady. But she, it's pretty obvious that she was just having a good time. She was not trying to push for any awards or anything. And that's one of the things that I guess I shouldn't expect in a Terminator movie is, superlative acting. But, I have standards. Which is funny coming from the man who actually watched and was greatly amused with Dagon enough to pay $5 for it. Which, if you haven't seen, don't. You'll want to tear your eyeballs out.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
Yeah. This is coming from the guy who owns it. Yeah.
Yeah. $5, man. It was worth $5. I can terrify all my friends with the fact that I have it on the shelf.
That's true.
But if you're a big fan of the first two Terminator movies and hated the third one, you'll probably like Terminator Salvation. If you liked the first two and thought the third one was a good movie, you're probably going to be confused with this one because it completely disregards the whole story of the third one.
Not really. Not really. I just watched the third one just the other day, and the third one leads up to Judgment Day, and this one can really easily follow that one, no problem.
Yeah, they actually stated when they talked about it that they were completely ignoring the third one.
I know they were ignoring the TV series. I'm saying you can still consider the third movie canon with this movie because it's not.
Yeah,
it's not at all contradictory.
The major difference between the third one and
I didn't think the third movie was that bad.
The major difference between the third movie and the new movie is that Salvation actually has James Cameron's blessing, whereas the third one didn't.
That's true.
But that's my take. Like it or love it or hate it, it's one of those things. It's there's probably going to be two groups of people. There's only going to be two groups of people with this movie. They're going to love it or they're going to hate it. And unfortunately, I'm not in either group because I'm just a rebel. I liked it, but I didn't love it.
I thought it was good.
And then after that comes The Matrix.
Yes, exactly.
Stupid
and then
Matrix.
Fifth Element.
The review.
So, I ordered an epic long time ago some stuff
Once upon a time
from Black Tree Design, and part of the stuff showed up, and then my stuff never showed up. And I guess through some confusion, part of the order was sent over the Great Pond to Texas, and there it sat. Well, finally, I got an email back.
After calling them twice. And I really have nothing against them. I'm not even angry. I was just hoping for an email. But they finally did send what they had. They're waiting on the crew of my 2 bolt throwers. So,
I ordered 2 bolt throwers from Dwarven Bolt Throwers from Black Tree Design. And they were about $8.50, I believe.
Yeah.
Now,
as compared to what?
As compared to $25+ for
a single one.
For a single one
from Games Workshop.
From Games Workshop. Now, I am happy to receive them, and the crew at Black Tree Design was nice enough to include 4 drunken dwarves, which I think is hilarious. And I have no hard feelings, and at some point, when I have money, I will probably order more stuff from Black Tree Design. I've got to say, looking at them, now remember, I only have one of the crew so far. They're going to be sending the rest. But the little dwarven crew guy is, you can tell he's just one mold, and he's fairly simple, but he's got some design. You know, his little chainmail armor, little sword, little feather in his hat. Fairly clean. I kind of expected him to be actually worse than this.
Yeah.
But still fairly simple, but nice. The bolt throwers themselves.
They have some flashing, but really
not a lot.
I mean,
no more than any Games Workshop mini.
Significantly less than what you get on Metal Games Workshop minis.
Right. The bolt thrower comes
like
in
just,
in basically 3 pieces. You've got the 2 wheels. You've got what I'd call like the chassis or the main portion of the bolt thrower, and then you've got the actual giant crossbow portion of the bolt thrower. And it all goes together really simply. I haven't glued them together yet. They actually seem to just stay together by themselves. I did get these random boxes, and they don't truly appear to go on there anywhere. I'm going to have to look at the picture. They're kind of random. Maybe they go with one of the crew. I don't know. But for the price, they did go up $1. I did notice that, and I understand that, the economy being the way it is. For the price, if you need to fill out your Dwarven artillery with bolt throwers, this is fine. I mean, I would recommend this. They save money on their packaging. Their packaging is just plastic bags with with the item numbers written on them in marker. They were nice enough to send them first class to me. I got them once they figured out what the problem was, and once they emailed me and called me back, I got them within 2 days. Normally, obviously, it would take about a week or so. So, Black Tree Design, they have tons of things. Right now, they have a sale going on, 50% off.
Which may or may not be going on by the time this episode is actually released.
Right. But that's on their Harlequin fantasy and their
Legends of the
Realm. You'll notice on Black Tree Design that most of their stuff is a take off of other things. Can we say Lord of the Rings or...
They do have the Doctor Who license. Or
they do have the Doctor Who.
We talked about that already.
Yes. But if you are looking to
Those are not discounted, by the way.
No. Well, actually, though, if you join, you do get a little bit of a discount all the time.
Not when I checked last time.
Yeah, no, you do.
No, you should.
Well, I did. I got a discount.
Did you log in?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
But oh well. Doesn't matter.
Well, last I checked, you always get a discount if you're logged in, but I don't know. Maybe something changed. Either way, though, their prices are very fair.
Huh.
They're all pewter. It looks like they're all just, a simple mold. And I recommend them. If you need to fill out your Warhammer army, actually, I don't even like the boxes on there unless you figured out, oh, they go on the front. That makes sense.
Ha!
Somehow.
We are smart.
Like this.
Anyway.
They line up with the bolt piece.
Right. If you need to fill out your Warhammer army and you don't have a lot of money, check out Black Tree Design. They also have some nice classic monsters that would fit in any role-playing game. Yeah, okay, cool. That's why. That makes sense. Now they look like true bolt throwers.
They look like Roman bolt throwers.
Yeah, they look like Roman bolt throwers. Oh, and they also have a lot of historical minis.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to fill out your historical minis, check them out.
Or if you're wanting to build that army of Cathay.
They actually have army deals, and the army deals are very nice. Obviously, I don't have $90, but
yeah,
they have the Spartan 300.
300 Spartans.
300 Spartans. It's not $300 though.
Yay.
So check out Black Tree Design. They're both in England and they have a distributor out in Texas.
And it's what, blacktreedesign.com?
Yes. And now, one thing about their website, it doesn't tell you if things are on back order.
Yeah.
If things are on back order, it will take time. So just get ready for that.
Yeah.
But
get what you pay for.
Yeah. And I really have a feeling that their ordering group, the crew that staffs the place down in Texas is only a couple people, so I kind of understand an email getting lost.
Yeah.
So I will be ordering again from them. Check it out. Pretty sweet.
The Vocal Network and the Gamers Haven proudly present 1,000 Monkeys production of a Monty Cook adventure. Tolus, the Night of Dissolution, an adventure for Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition. Following the threads of a hidden conspiracy, 6 heroes find themselves up against insane cultists, wild chaos magic, and horrors from the primordial days of the world. Urban intrigue, dungeon exploration, and high action span the grand city of Tullus, the city by the spire. Join these heroes as they explore a former brothel, the laboratory of the dreaded Surgeon in Shadows, and even secret temples of chaos cults. Can these intrepid adventurers stave off the night of dissolution, a dark time long foretold when the slumbering lords of chaos will awaken in their hidden lairs deep below Tullus, and bring catastrophe to the world?
Random Encounters.
And we're back, and we do have some more random encounters. It's becoming more of a regular thing. Isn't that fantastic? We're getting emails.
More hate mail?
No, not more hate mail.
Sad.
Okay.
I say something
I want to
offensive?
remind people to please send us some email for our 50th show, or 50th
That's
episode.
right.
It is our next episode we will be releasing. So please send us some email and
You know what we
for
could do real
the
quick?
50th episode.
We could not have a 50th. First, we could have a 49th and a half.
49 and a
to
half.
get ideas for our 50th.
That's true. If you have any ideas for our 50th episode, send us email. If you have anything to say about our 50th episode, send us email. 1000monkeysproductions@gmail.com or visit our website, CanadianCrusaders.com.
Because if you don't send anything, we're going to just do something crazy. I don't know what it is yet, but,
Yes,
but
Jeremy,
we'll do it.
Jeremy will podcast naked.
I
No.
could do that.
No. God, no. There are children
In fact,
that live in the
send us
neighborhood.
email if you do not want Jeremy to podcast naked.
I'm
Please
threatening it.
send us email. I do not want Jeremy to podcast naked.
If we don't get at least 3 emails,
3 emails, and he will not podcast naked.
I could just podcast from my house naked.
That's true, and I could just disconnect your Skype. Anyway,
I won't turn the video
We
on.
received an email from the Cheese Hog.
Whoa.
Don't have his actual name. Said, when adding more historical fact... Now, this is in response to our historical accuracy episode. When adding more historical fact or realism into a fantasy game, moral gray areas increase dramatically. For example, in a D&D game, morality is definable, real, and tangible. One could cast Detect Evil and find another's alignment instantly. How would a paladin view slavery? How would slavery affect a paladin? Would it be fair to the paladin's player to be punished for acting or not acting? Secondly, more realism decreases the fantasy, doesn't it? Using historically based templates works well, but straight history doesn't as well. Basing a null society on a Germanic tribe adds flavor and texture, whereas most ancient societies severely limited social mobility. For example, Greek heroes like Hercules and Perseus were part divine or nobles like Jason. In Lord of the Rings, the non-Hobbit heroes were noble or of the upper crust of their society. Playing against type can be a lot of fun, but can also be distasteful. For instance, a player whose character is an escaped slave might be captured and returned. The background is cool and gives a lot of plot hooks for the GM to use, but for the slavery issue to be touched on, the player must have thick skin and trust the GM and other players. Like all things social, you have to know your audience and what is expectable. Or I think he's saying what is acceptable. I dig the show and the actual plays. Long live the carpetbaggers. Thank you. I believe Jeremy mentioned monster card templates, and that would be cool. He sent an attachment with them. We were talking the monster cards from sort of like how WotC puts them out for the D&D miniatures game. But anyway.
What did he send?
It's just a sort of a printout thing. The monster cards, I think, are a bit better. But anyway, thanks for the email. We received, I think, one more email about our historical accuracy episode, I should say. I think it all sort of depends, and I want to sort of point out something about paladins. That paladins follow the code of honor sort of
based on their society,
and their order and their god. I mean, if a paladin is in an area where slavery is legal, there is no reason why that paladin should not have a problem with it. Or if he comes from a society that has slavery, or if he comes from a society that has nothing to do with it.
Right. Before 4th edition came out, I was playing around with the ideas.
There's no reason to say that a paladin of Hextor is going to act the same as a paladin of Heronius.
Yeah, and I was playing around with those ideas that a paladin could be a follower of an evil god.
Yeah.
And you just modify his ethos.
He's lawful in the sense that he follows the law of his god.
Now, if you follow the specific lawful good in 3.5, okay. But still, slavery, depending on the society, while not necessarily good, may still be lawful. Therefore, the paladin may not own slaves himself, or may find it distasteful, but he may not. He may he may consider it servitude. So it really depends. Now, with the historical, we want to, obviously, in a fantasy game, you want to have that fantastic.
Yeah, you want to have the fantasy in there.
You sometimes have to ground your players in something.
Well, it gives them more a point of reference.
Right. But you have very, very good points. And in 4th edition, where they don't have, well, in ours, where we're not using the alignments, well,
really, one can argue that 4th edition doesn't use alignments anyway.
Right. There's still the question of good versus evil and those moral gray lines, which I think is a great thing to play off of. If you look at it, players are running around killing things. Well, that could be considered murder.
Well, and, in the old edition and stuff like that, you detect evil and detect alignment stuff, and that's not in the new edition.
No, though
But even in the old edition, there's different ways that a GM can handle that. It can't be like, okay, I cast detect evil. Oh, he's evil. Or it could be, I cast detect evil. Well, okay, you get a sick feeling in your stomach.
Yeah.
If you focus on it, obviously, you could probably pinpoint who's giving you that sick
feeling.
feeling.
Or even if that person is evil.
Or, it's like just the reason that this guy just makes your skin crawl.
Right. But just because he's evil doesn't mean you go over and stab him.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you can go over and stab him immediately.
I like what they did in Oriental Adventures. They had taint.
The taint, yeah.
I like that idea because I'm a firm believer that for the most part, most true powerful evil leaves some sort of taint. And if you're either holy or if you're attuned with whatever, you're going to notice it. And it may be a sick feeling, it may be a gross feeling, whatever. So I have nothing wrong with finding or detecting taint. So,
yeah.
But you have good points. What's our other random encounter?
Alrighty. Thanks again for the email.
Yes, thank you.
We got a wonderful email from our foreign correspondent, 8th Pagan. He wants me to explain why my alter ego, who goes by the name Hercule Gaston, has a really bad English accent. With a name like that, he should be Belgian. Well, I think really he'd be more French, but Hercule Gaston is, for those of you who do not follow the horrible adventures of the Wizards College actual play, you can find it on our website, CanadianCrusaders.com. And my character in that is Hercule Gaston, and he is a very high mucky muck stuck up noble. And, of course, I play him with a really horrible British accent. I haven't had any complaints from people yet, so and we've been playing the game for quite a while, so I'm going to continue doing a horrible accent. If you listen to some of our episodes, you might hear him pop in with a recommendation to check out RPGnow.com. I think he did grace us with his presence and endorse that. So I want to point out you can also hear my horrible Scottish accent in another promo for RPG Now is Big Ben. So I won't subject people to that because obviously it's horrifying.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap.
If it's not Scottish, it's crap. Yeah. So
we could have a whole episode where we do that.
Oh yeah.
We could just pick a bad accent.
And I think my bad British accent is quite bad, but I've heard worse.
Yeah,
I
like
really
mine.
have. Yeah, well, there's that.
There's a reason why I don't do any actual accents in any of the role-playing game feeds that you guys hear. It's because I can't. Well, I can't well.
All right, we got another email from the gentleman or the person who is trying to kickstart a Deadlands game and wanted some advice on what to go with as far as old Deadlands, new Deadlands, Deadlands Reloaded, and some sort of info on Savage Worlds. He said, hello again. I was wondering if you could help me out with making a decision. I have a group wanting to play Deadlands who I'm going to be the marshal of. The only problem is I don't know whether to use the 1999 Deadlands or Deadlands Reloaded. I've listened to your podcast for Deadlands Reloaded, and that was really one of the major influences that made us want to try out Deadlands. Also, you all continue to impress and entertain me and my friends, so I'd like to personally thank you again for the great podcasts. Thank you again.
Yes, use Reloaded.
And as I responded, and I let him know, I said I would recommend using Deadlands Reloaded. The Savage World system is a lot more streamlined than the old system. Now, had you asked me this, a year ago, I would say use the old one. Savage World sucks, but
then he saw the light.
Then I actually saw the light and actually checked
Played
out
it.
Savage Worlds.
Yeah.
It is a really good system. It's really well done, well streamlined.
There's a few little holes that you can fix.
Yeah, a few holes, but really, you can pick up the Deadlands Reloaded book and Savage Worlds together for $50 if you buy the right books. Even less if you buy them online if you don't have a friendly local game store. But I would recommend using Deadlands Reloaded. It has some good support structure, and Pinnacle Entertainment is still around and still supporting the game. They just put out a new book called The Flood, which details their West Coast stuff. So still have a lot of good stuff. Or if you want to save even more money, go buy PDFs at rpgnow.com.
Yeah, they still sell PDFs.
Yeah, and you could buy PDFs of the old Deadlands, but
just modify it to Savage Worlds.
And it's fairly easy to modify.
Yeah.
I recommend using Savage Worlds. I think it's a lot easier, and it's
I do too.
Bit easier to keep track of, mainly because in the old system it had varying degrees of difficulty. In the new game, it's all modifiers to the roll, and the set difficulty is always a 4.
Also, combat's quicker.
Combat's a bit quicker, yeah. I mean, it's just as streamlined. I think it works better. So that would be my recommendation.
It also might trigger ideas to using Savage World rules in other games because it's just a nice system.
Yeah, it's a good system, and you can buy the Travelers the Explorers Edition for $10 as PDF or in print, and it's well worth every penny. And the final email we got here is about our fantasy accuracy and cultural relativism. Dave Griffin sent us an email saying, it's a fine thing to put yourself in place of the inhabitant of a D&D world, and players should do that. And players should give the DM some room if he wants to do something unusual with the culture. But I don't think it's fair to force a player to have his character act in the way he personally, the player, would consider to be evil. Why? Because it's not fun. If you want to get a group together to play slavers or terrorists or evil priests of Orcus, rounding up townspeople and sacrificing them, more power to you, but it's not a game I'd be interested in playing or running. The point is that it's not fair for you to imply that we players are small-minded because we can't just accept slavery or murder or rape or anything else we small-minded humans currently consider evil in our games. I personally want to be the hero, not the villain of the piece, no matter how interesting the villain actually is. I'm guessing if you did one of your very entertaining podcast games about a bunch of slavers who round up people and sell them into slavery, it wouldn't be very popular.
A priest of Orcus?
Interesting podcast, though. I do like listening to your games. Thanks for the email, Dave. I think you sort of missed some of the point I was trying to go for. What we're saying is go watch the TV series Rome.
Yeah.
Great series. The main characters are very likable, yet it's a society where slavery is accepted, and it's you don't have to be a bad guy and accept it if it's part of the society that you're in, the society that you're playing. I think it's something that shouldn't be just automatically slavery is wrong or whatever. We keep going back to the slavery thing, and it all depends on what the society is. I mean, societally speaking, it's all dependent on that. Go watch the TV series Rome, and you'll get somewhat of a better idea of it. So you can still have these likable characters who are not villains, who are still doing the right thing, still doing good things. It's just the slavery is not an issue. That's what I'm going with.
If the GM says, I have this race eats babies.
Yes.
And the player goes, I want to play this race. Well, guess what? You eat babies.
Right.
Well, the GM has already established that this particular race he has eats babies.
Now, if that player wants to play the one that does not like eating babies, that's entirely their prerogative.
That's fine. But when he runs into other people,
members of his race are going to look at
him
and
go, you are obviously a serial killer because you do not eat babies.
Right.
Because they're... And I'm not really sure where the small-minded part came from.
You're getting it mixed up a little bit with playing an evil campaign.
Right.
And that's entirely something else. I'm not a fan of playing an evil campaign. I've played in an evil campaign, and it was moderately entertaining.
So a 4-hour session of slavers rounding up the villagers and worshipping Orcus might be amusing.
And I would tell you right now,
I don't know
there's
about
slavers that are... You could have a slaver in a campaign that's not a bad guy.
Especially if I ran it.
Watch the movie Gladiator, the Oliver Reed character. He owns slaves.
Yeah.
He owns gladiators. They're slaves.
Right.
But, he doesn't treat them like crap. He's still a good guy and you like him.
Yeah.
And he does die heroically.
He does die heroically. I'm just saying it all depends on the society the character comes from. If he knows what... Lay it out in front of him and say, this is what the society your character's like.
Yes.
If your player wants to play something that's against type, that's entirely up to them.
Just understand that they're going to be social outcasts.
I think what I'm saying is don't automatically play a character, jump into a character and say, oh, slavery is wrong just because you as the player think it's wrong.
Yeah.
Think about how your character would
If the
consider.
GM establishes on his particular world...
I was just talking about Hercule Gaston. I mean, I'm against slavery. I think slavery is a terrible thing, okay? Hercule Gaston comes from a society in this game world that has slaves, so he loves them. He's like, I have orc slaves all the time. They're everywhere.
Well, what happens
if
the priest of Orcus,
really,
dance and sing?
Yeah.
Donate to charity.
Exactly. Remember that evil characters don't think they're evil.
Does that make them Does that make them wrong?
So, I guess that's what I'm saying. I found it on occasion. People love playing against type, but they don't know they're doing it.
It is a vampire who's drinking human blood but does his best not to kill somebody. Is that still evil?
Yeah.
Yes, because they're a vampire.
Exactly. Or what, and I keep giving you options and stuff to watch. Go watch Forever Night
Forever
TV
Night.
series.
Is he bad?
He drank blood now and again, a human blood. He did his best to drink cow blood.
In a lot of ways, he's still
a vampire.
Evil.
He's killed lots of people,
Over the hundreds of years that he's been alive.
I'm not really sure where the small-mindedness came from. I don't remember doing that, but...
I don't know.
I just know if the GM establishes something and you are knowingly entering a contract with the GM when you say, this race is a bunch of demons. They do this, and this. And you go, I want to play this race. You are a demon. You have just entered a verbal contract. You can be different, but they have established some rules.
Be prepared. As a society,
you're not going to fit in.
If you play this demon as a society, if you play this demon against type, that society is not going to accept you.
Which, if that's how you want to play it, that's great.
Yeah.
Have fun with it.
Just be prepared for it and don't whine.
I play characters like that all the time. In-game, I whine. That's just part of it.
That's just the way your character
Out of game, don't care.
So,
but thanks for the email. It's still a good email. We're glad you're listening.
I love emails like this because it gets us talking, and I definitely want to make sure the point's out there. So, thanks again, Dave. Really, it's send us another email. I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on it. So, thanks again.
I'm kind of confused where the closed-minded thing came from.
Oh well,
maybe it was a rant.
Anyway, that's it for our random encounters. I don't think there's a lot of other stuff we need to talk about. Episode 50 is coming up. coming up next, in fact. Possibly next. It might be after 49 and a half.
Or 49 and 3/4.
49 and 3/4, 49 and 15/16, whatever.
I always
send
like
us
9/16.
9/16, you know. Send us an email, though. We want as many emails as possible for our 50th episode, so I implore you to send us an email, review us on iTunes, whatever. Send us some audio if you have the capability of doing that. But send us email at thousandmonkeysproductions@gmail.com. Visit our website, canadiancrusaders.com.
Yeah, if we get audio, we'll actually post it in the show.
Oh yeah, hear your own voice on a podcast.
Ooh,
that means you're special. We'll give you a cookie. Cookies will not be honored. Yes.
We should discuss the live-action Smurf movie.
Sweet.
There's a live-action Smurf movie?
It's live-action Smurfs.
Smurf on Smurf action?
With that, I'm going to go ahead and end the show for everyone's sanity.
La 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 la.
This concludes the broadcast from World Control.
Get the newest releases at RPG Now. Only at RPG Now can you get the absolute latest and best releases from fantastic publishers like Fat Dragon Games, Green Ronin Publishing, and Wizards of the Coast. There are new products every single day. Come to RPGNow.com and get them the instant they're available.
You've been listening to the Gamers Haven podcast. You can find us on the web at www.canadiancrusaders.com. The Gamers Haven podcast is a member of the Vorpal Network at www.vorpalnetwork.com. Gamers Haven and Thousand Monkeys Productions are copyright 2008 and is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Sharealike 3.0 United States license. Some rights reserved. Stop by our website to check out our actual play feed, fill out our feedback guest book, or hit us on the forums. Music on the show is used with permission by Joe Hero Band, www.joehero.com, and this has been a Thousand Monkeys production.